Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Nev from Nev's Tech Bits. Today I want to talk a little bit about addiction, particularly coffee addiction for techs. You know what? Not just techs. I think about 99% of North America is completely addicted to coffee. But hey, it's socially acceptable, so everyone's okay. Man, I keep hearing about Silicon Valley people microdosing, getting a little bit of acid going into work. Going into work on acid. Jeez. Even a little bit. That must be something. That must be really interesting. And keeping your job if you get found out, man, I do not get that. Anyways, the good Lord has decided to bless me with butt problems, and because of that, I got to cut back. I used to go from about 3 cups a day to about 1, and let me tell you, brother, it is surreal. Waking up, having a half cup of coffee, and then going into work, it's like nothing else. I never used to like coffee at all. Then I started working the night shift at a factory, and so I adopted the coffee. And now I'm as addicted to it as the rest of you is, because if I don't get my cup of coffee, I get cranky. I get really cranky, even if I try not to. And that is addiction. And it might not be as bad as some things. I definitely don't think that... Coffee definitely is more addictive than alcohol, than marijuana, than, well, quite a bit of things. But hey, it's okay, because it's socially acceptable. Same with alcohol. It's okay, because it's socially acceptable. Hell, you almost need it these days. A social lubricant of alcohol. You gotta have it to go to parties, to bed, and to geez, use your brain a little bit differently. Man, it's interesting. But coffee, hey, you can get this. You can get this stuff in Canada at a grocery store. You can't get alcohol at a grocery store in Canada. Well, you can, but technically, it's LCBO. It's LCBO. But man, it's really interesting to think about what we can have and what we can't. Just amazing, man. I tell you, with having to cut back on coffee, I get headaches. I never thought I'd get headaches from something. I never thought I'd get headaches from this kind of thing. But man, I tell you, it definitely is surreal. It is crazier walking into work without having what you're used to, without having your coffee, than it is for starting it the first time. And I'll just say it, man. It's things are pretty real. Things are pretty real. And you look around, and you see all kinds of people drugging themselves up with this, that, or the other thing. Again, you get alcohol. You get people who smoke weed. You get smokers. Smokers are out there too. Yeah, that's right. You are also doing drugs. That's for sure. But man, we get so much smoke and so much coffee in the tech scene, especially when it comes to coders, those programmers. Away they go. And Lord love them, you stay out of their way, those programmers. Man, there's something up with all tech guys. It seems as if you work in tech, you are not a normal person. You are easily identifiable as someone who's just different, someone who's just out there, someone who's just a little bit cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And I'm gonna say, especially if you're a programmer, I say. There's like there's a stairway to craziness, and programmers are on the top of that. I don't know if it's because it's the way their minds work or if it's just the way that they are. But man, you give those programmers their coffee, you give them whatever they. You know, I don't think I know a programmer who doesn't drink coffee. I know programmers who don't smoke, but I don't know any programmers who don't drink coffee. It's just interesting. Like, we all microdose. We all dose at least. Some people choose socially acceptable things. Some people choose non-socially acceptable things. What does your work allow? It just, where do you draw the line? Where is the line drawn? Like, you know, that veganism thing, they line up a bunch of animals, and you can easily put a line in there. You can easily put a line. I'll eat a horse. I will eat horse. My wife doesn't like that too much, but feed me horse all day. Yum. Yum, but I won't eat cat, I won't eat dog. But yeah, Now I guess we're finding our line now. What is an acceptable drug and unacceptable drug? Looks like marijuana is making that list these days, but you never know for how long. Just don't do it at work, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, it's just interesting. We all drug up. We all microdose, even if it's something the doctor gives to us. Some of us can't go into work unless we have our anti-anxiety meds. I'm hearing about a whole lot of that these days. Man, disabilities. Everyone seems to be having some kind of disability or other. Everyone seems to be a victim or a disabled person, and it's just now we're identifying. Man, it's getting into so many disabilities, so many issues that it seems like everybody's disabled. Everybody's disabled. I'm disabled, and this is my drug of choice. Anyways, that's it for me, folks. Have a good one.